guys, we're back. It didn't seem like any time for you, but I apologize for the wait anyway. So we're going to get right back into it. These are my Bushcraft gloves. They've definitely been used real hard. They fit my hands so good though. I mean, they're definitely worked in to the point where they're just super comfortable. Love the cinch. You know, it keeps stuff out of your gloves if you're working with sawdust or anything like that. I also used them a lot for taking pots out of the fire, for all sorts of stuff. I just try not to get them wet, keep them out of the rain, and they'll last me forever. Last pair I had that I finally wore a hole through the finger, it lasted for a good couple of years before that happened. Next up is my fire kit. This one's probably going to take a minute. So I've got this little striker Jason McDaniel sent me. Came off of GearBest, I believe he said. Then in here I got my flint and steel kit. There's my striker. There's my flint, and here's some lantern wick. That's how I've played with it before, started a fire with it. Still practicing, it took me forever, so I'm not going to lie to you about that. And this was from Uncle Redneck in his first giveaway I won with his fire kit he built. Same thing with this. It's a nice little lighter leash. Try to show you guys if I can figure out. There we go. Lighter leash, white lighter, so you can see how much is in it, on a nice little retractable lanyard thing. That way I won't ever drop it, because this is the most important part of this fire kit. If this were an emergency, I'm going to start 100% of my fires with this, because I'm going to be in the hurry to get stuff made. Some Tinder Quicks. I'm running out. Need to restock soon. This is some Tinder Quick that I've used a piece off of. Put that back in there. This is my mini magnifying glass, also from Uncle Redneck. This is from Dave Canterbury, same with the flint and steel kit, his store. Then I've got this fire piston I've never been able to figure out, so one of these days I'm going to get it. But just until then, you know, we'll figure it out. There's that. This is my magnesium bar with a little striker on it. This is a ferro rod. I don't remember where I got. It's not a Nathan though. I can tell the difference instantly. So that's all in the front. That should be my striking sources. I try to keep the combustibles and the striking sources separate. This is my hard use survival repair resin. So this would be good for repairing a backpack or a tool, or making arrows. Here's some fatwood shavings. This is my magic punky dust. I got this in my last, oh shoot, made a mess. In my last video for a pocket box. Got that with the tarp. Let me clean up this mess real quick, guys. I'll edit this out. Alright, then I got these Baddest Bees fire starters. This is a veteran company. They're fire fuses, sorry. They catch really quick. Pocketbellows.com, go check them out. Here's a nice piece of fatwood with a ton of resin on it for repairs until I got these resin cubes. Then here's a bunch of jute twine, a little bundle plus a couple strings. Here's some fatwood that I've got kept in a little plastic bag, keep it watertight. There's some pieces in here that are nice and thin, really, really good fatwood, check that out. Then I've got some char cloth that I made, and this is one of Don over at Southpaw Bushcraft's fire cubes. So I can't wait to give that a shot one of these days, but I'm kind of trying to save it. I only got one, so I want to make it count when I do use it. It's got fat wood in it, and it looks to be paraffin wax maybe that she made it out of. I don't want to assume, but that's what it looks like to me. By the way, I have heard from Dawn, if anybody's curious. She has been feeling under the weather, so she's feeling a lot better now. Her and Jessie are about to go out deer hunting, so I can't wait to see those videos. Those girls are some of my favorites on this this website. My best friend Jessie over there. Please go check them out if you haven't already. Just pack this up real quick. Won't take me very long. Yeah, I'm so glad that Uncle Redneck had that contest and I was able to win it. I won his trivia contest, basically. You had to watch 3 videos, have 3 answers ready for him. And I had all 3 answers. But it was good because I never had a flint and steel set to practice with, and then as soon as I got it, flint and steel survival, if I didn't know how to make a flint and steel fire, I think I'd be laughed off this website. There we go, almost forgot. Okay. And that's as big as it is. All that good fire making stuff right there. I also have this gear nut set that I keep. This would be something I'd wear around my neck for instant fires. This is a mini Bic and a great ferro rod. I absolutely love these sets. I have 2 of them. I have this red one and I have a black one. The black one was part of my EDC for a long time. Now I don't know where it is. I think it's in my truck survival kit. Here's just a large piece of fat wood with a good hunk of, resin in it. I just kept that in there. Then here's some fuel and fire starter. This is can't remember what the regular stuff is called. Yeah. It's like all-weather fire starter. I've started fires in the rain with that before, and that's why I have it. Then I have a bunch of zip ties with one zip tie holding them all together. This makes shelter building so easy. If you don't have to use cord and knots, if you just need to zip tie it to a fence or a tree or something, it's just instant. Boom, you're done. Next up we have this poncho here. This is my emergency poncho by Tech Sport. I have this Husky plastic drop cloth. Until I had the tarp, this was my only tarp basically. But now that I have this and that, I can use this for the ground, put the tarp over me, and use my little emergency bivvy as a sleeping bag. So my sleeping setup is very small, but at the same time it's very put together, These are survival kits I got from Jason McDaniel, who was nice enough to put an orange cinch thing on it because my favorite colors are orange and black and red and black. So he knew me. I gave him gifts for a while and he sent these to me in return. I'm so excited to have them. I actually had to mark them because I kept opening them to see which was which. This is the fire kit. I love these tins because they screw on and off. So I basically have a backup of everything in my kit somewhere in one of these 2 tins. And I love the little toaster thing he sent me. They always leave just when things are heating up. Funny. So that's my fire kit. This is the survival portion. Cordage, fire starting material, matches. I think there's a razor blade in there. There's all sorts of good stuff in these kits. One of these days I'm going to get these out and play with them, use them for survival demos and stuff. But until then, they've been sitting in my pack, and it makes me feel so much better because if I forgot to put something in there, I know Jason's got my back and he didn't forget. So even if it's a small version of what I'm looking for, I guarantee it's going to be in one of these 2 tins.